Okay, next there are 3 people scheduled to speak next: Rocco Pesharia, Katie Haberman, and Marcus Hill. The 3 of you have appeared repeatedly over the last year and consistently addressed the same issue. I've spoken to the city attorney, and he says that the law says that you can appoint 1 spokesman to represent the 3 of you.
For tonight?
For tonight.
How's everybody this evening?
Great. Great.
I'm not sure how this issue is exactly like water fluoridation, but I do certainly encourage you to provide the city of Raleigh with clean water and end the use of fluoridating chemicals. Tonight, I'm addressing a resolution I would like to propose, a resolution to preserve and defend the Constitution of the United States, the state of North Carolina, and the sovereign rights of the individual. Whereas the Constitution of the United States provides a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's the 2nd Amendment. Whereas the Constitution of the state of North Carolina provides a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's from Article 1, Section 30. And whereas the United States Supreme Court in recent months has twice upheld the 2nd Amendment as applying to the individual's right to keep and bear arms, both in Heller and in McDonald, and whereas the leading cause of unnatural death in the 20th century was democide, with over 262 million non-military deaths of disarmed civilians at the hands of their government, according to the University of Hawaii, and whereas natural disasters, financial emergencies, food scarcity, and numerous other emergencies and excuses have been used by governments to implement emergency gun confiscation initiatives and disarm citizens, as exemplified by the mass confiscation of firearms in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Raleigh City Council, sitting in duly called session this day, that the city manager and all relevant offices and departments be directed to ensure that no city-paid staff, employees, personnel participate in, nor city resources, equipment, or infrastructure be used to aid or assist in the emergency confiscation of firearms if and when such confiscation is called for by any level of government for any reason. And be it further resolved that the city of Raleigh, the city manager, and all relevant offices and departments be directed to use all relevant city-paid staff, employees, personnel to vigorously defend the sovereign right of the individual to keep and bear arms if and when the emergency confiscation of firearms is called for by any level of government. And be it further resolved that city resources, equipment, and infrastructure will be used as necessary in vigorous defense of the sovereign right of the individual to keep and bear arms if and when an emergency gun confiscation is called for by any level of government, and regardless of the emergency presented as justification. Be it further resolved that this resolution, properly enacted and executed the 5th day of November, 2013, be widely publicized in support of the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of North Carolina, and the sovereign right of the individual. I ask you to vote on this resolution or consider doing so. What say you?
Thank you very much.
So you do not support?
Thank you for speaking. Okay.
Mayor, any resolution has to sit on the table for 2 weeks or until our next thing anyway, so it'll still be out there for another 2 weeks.
Okay, when would it be discussed then?
It might not be discussed. It'll just sit here for 2 weeks no matter what.
Okay. I'll check back in a couple weeks then. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Attorney Robin